के होठों से फूटे तराने, आदेश जीवन लगा मुस्कुराने, आदेश जीवन लगा मुस्कुराने। गीत टले गीत टले गीत टले रे, जगमग गीत चले रे। गीत टले गीत टले गीत टले रे, मधुरिम गीत टले रे। दीप जले दीप जले दीप चले रे, जगमग दीप चले रे। दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले रे, जगमग दीप जले रे। दीप जले दीप छोटा उसमें आता है ना दीप। दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याली, दीप जले दीप जले जले याली। फिर नवीन हर्ष लिए, फिर नवीन हर्ष लिए, आ गई दिवाली, आ गई दिवाली। दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याली। निर्मल जले याली, निर्मल नभ बार बार उसे करता पुकार, निर्मल नभ बार बार उसे करता पुकार। तन मन कर कर निसार, जी भर कर करे प्यार, मन कर कर निसार, जी भर कर करे प्यार। ज्योति सुधा से भर दे, ज्योति सुधा से भर दे, चमकी हर प्याली। दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याली, दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याई। पावस की आयु टली, मधुर मंद वायु चली, पावस की आयु टली, मधुर मंद वायु चली। शरद लगे आज भली, मक उड़ी गली गली, जगर मगर रास हुई, जगर मगर रास हुई, कार्तिक की काली। दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याली, दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याली। निर्मल तन मन कर ले, विदु अभिनंदन कर ले, निर्मल तन मन कर ले, विदु अभिनंदन कर ले। पावन जीवन कर ले, लक्ष्मी पूजन कर ले, पावन जीवन कर ले, लक्ष्मी पूजन कर ले। हंस हंस आदेश करे, हंस हंस आदेश करे, हर दिशा उजाली। दीप जले दीप जले दीप जले याली, फिर नवीन हर्ष लिए, आ गई दिवाली, आ गई दिवाली, आ गई दिवाली।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। राम से बड़ा राम का नाम, राम से बड़ा राम। अंत में निकला ये परिणाम, अंत में निकला ये परिणाम। राम से बड़ा राम, का नाम, राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। अंत में निकला ये परिणाम, अंत में निकला ये परिणाम, राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। राम नाम मणि दीप धरो, जी दे हरि द्वार। तुलसी भीतर बाहर हूँ, जो चाहसी बुझियार। राम से बड़ा राम का नाम, राम से बड़ा राम का नाम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम। वे दिल वाले डूब मरेंगे जिसमें नहीं है राम, वो पत्थर भीतर जाएंगे जिस पे लिखा श्री राम। श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम, राम से बड़ा।
नहीं आता नहीं,
राम
और बंद कर दिया। परवा नहीं, अब क्या ये आता नहीं है माइक्रोफोन में नहीं। क्या उसमें नहीं है? हवन नहीं है उसमें। उसको निकाल या
सांवरे। ये लगे दुल्हा सा दिलदार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। ये लगे दुल्हा सा दिलदार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। मस्तक पर मलिया गिरी चंदन केसर तिलक लगाया, मोर मुकुट कानों में कुंडल इत्र खूब बरसाया, महकता रहे ये महकता रहे ये दरबार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। ये लगे दुल्हा सा, ये लगे दुल्हा सा दिलदार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। बागों से कलियां चुन चुन कर सुंदर हार बनाया, बागों से कलियां चुन चुन कर सुंदर हार बनाया, रहे सलामत हाथ सदायो, रहे सलामत हाथ सदायो, जिसने तुझे संवारा, जिसने तुझे सजाया, ये सजता रहे हर बार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। ये लगे दुल्हा सा, ये लगे दुल्हा सा दिलदार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया श्रृंगार सांवरे। बोल कन्हैया बोल तुम्हें मैं कौन सा भजन सुनाऊं, कृष्ण 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 गोविंद। कन्हैया तुम्हें मैं कौन, बोल कन्हैया बोल तुम्हें मैं कौन सा भजन सुनाऊं, ऐसा कोई राग बता दे, तू नाचे मैं गाऊं, तू नाचे मैं गाऊं, तू नाचे मैं गाऊं, नचाता रहूं नचाता रहूं हर बार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। ये लगे दुल्हा सा, लगे दुल्हा सा दिलदार सांवरे, तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे। गजरा ऐसा डार नयन में कोर लगे मतवारे, सांवरे कान्हा कृष्णा श्री राम जय राम। ऐसा डार नयन कोर लगे मतवारे, बन जाए आशिक वो तेरा तो जिसकी ओर निहारे, बन जाए आशिक वो तेरा तू जिसकी ओर निहारे। तेरी बाकी अदा पे बलिहार सांवरे हो तेरा किसने किया है श्रृंगार सांवरे तेरा किसने किया है। ये लगे दुल्हा सा ये लगे दुल्हा सा हर बार सांवरे दिलदार सांवरे तेरा किसने किया श्रृंगार सांवरे।
Testing, testing.
Forward. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.
Om. We welcome you this morning to our Puja. Today is the day before Diwali here in Toronto. Yesterday was Dhanteras. I'll speak a little bit about that, and a little bit about Diwali, and some things about Alzheimer still. This will be the program for today. Om Asango Hao Asango Hao Asango Hao Punah Punah
Asangoham 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 Punah Punah
Satchidarupo Hao Ahameva Havavyaya
Satchidananda Rupoham Ahameva Hamavyaya.
We place our heads at the feet of the Lord and ask, may He accept us and accept our prayers this morning. Yadharvarishthosmi nacha atmavedi na bhakti maltva charararabilde akincha ananya gati sharanya tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. Akincha, I have nothing. Ananya gati, I am totally dependent upon you, O Lord. Akincha ananya gati sharanya tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. Tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. Tvatpadamulam sharanam prapadye. Guru Surya चंद गुरु है,
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है,
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश,
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश.
To that Guru who's that light within us, we pray, O Prabhu, O my Guru, remove the darkness from within me. You are the sun, you are the moon, you are all the light. Guru Surya hai, Chanda Guru hai,
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है,
Guru hai Purna Prakash.
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश.
गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है, गुरु
गुरु के चरणों में मिलता है,
तन मन को उल्लास,
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है, गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश.
शाताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभ्यं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगी हृदय ज्ञानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं.
गुरु सूर्य है, चंद्र गुरु है, गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश.
मनमोहना आवो नंदनंदना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आवो मन मोहना हो मधुसूदना, गोपी जन प्राण धन राधा जी के
Mohana, Avo Nalla Gopiyo ko Pradhana Radha Ji ke Ramana. सब कोई भाव से गाइए.
विजन रंजना राधा जी के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आवो मन मोहना आवो नल नलना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमना. आवो मन मोहना आवो नल नलना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमना. आवो मन
आओ नंद नंदना गोपी धन प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
गोपियों को प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
गोपियों के 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 प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा. गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के
रमणा.
आवो नल नलना आवो मन मोहना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आओ नंदना आओ नंद नंदना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आवो नल नलना आवो मन मोहना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आओ नंद नंदना आओ मनमोहना गोपी जन प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
गोपियों के 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 प्राण धन
राधा जी के रमणा. आवो मन मोहना आवो नंद नलना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आओ मन मोहना आओ नंद नंदना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आवो मन मोहना आवो नंद नलना गोपियों के प्राण धन राधा जी के रमणा.
आओ मन मोहना आओ नंद नंदना गोपियों के प्राण धन
राधा जी के रमणा. Yesterday is known as Dhanteras by many people, and what it's a misnomer. Dhanteras is right, but Dhanteras, because it's called Dhan, it means money, and many people feel that's the day you must buy gold, you must buy pot, you must buy jewel, you must buy this, you must buy that. That is a wrong interpretation of Dhanteras, completely wrong. I'm sorry, jewelers and sari sellers. It's a wrong interpretation of Dhanteras. It is not. Dhanteras Trayodasi is a day when Lord Dhanvantari came out of the ocean with the Amrit. And it's a day for healing. Today's topic will be for healing. So Dhanteras is a time when the Lord Dhanvantari is an aspect of Lord Vishnu. Can we put that on the screen, please? The mantra for Dhanvantari is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Dhanvantare.
Dhanvantare.
Amrita Kalasha Hastaya.
Amrita Kalasha Hastaya.
Sarvamaya Vinashaya.
Sarvamaya Vinashaya.
Trailokyanataya.
Trailokyanataya.
Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Om Mahavishnave Namaha.
This mantra, I've done this mantra before, and I'm sure not many of you remember this mantra. But today I thought it's an appropriate time to speak about it, because here we have got a Lord Dhanvantari, which is going to come here in March, and we are going to do special puja for him every day. This is a mantra, if we remember, we should try and say it because it's a good mantra for healing. When you do this mantra in the quietness of your home or whichever corner you may be, you'll feel the energy and that it possesses. And after a long period of doing this mantra and doing this mantra and doing this mantra, you'll feel the effect of it. You see, disease entities in our body does not come immediately to us. There's a time lag. You know, a cancer takes 10 years from when it starts to when it is being diagnosed. 10 years. 10 years. Except there are certain, of course, special cases where the cancer is very rapid growing, and I don't want to get too medical here. It can come a little earlier, but usually the period is 10 years. 10 years lag. The body is telling us that everything takes time for it to mature and to come to a boil. You understand what I'm saying? To come to a boil? Everybody understand that statement? Similarly, you can't expect to do yesterday's puja to Lord Dhanvantari and expect that you'll get results right away. But it's a time for you to heal together with this puja to Lord Dhanvantari. If you can make it a practice, and you look at it as the sun early in the morning, as the sun comes up out of the water or wherever you are, as the sun comes up, so when the sun comes up, you look at it, and what you do? Adideva namastubhyam prasida mama bhaskara
Divakara namastubhyam Prabhakara namostute.
Or you can say the Surya Gayatri, which is Om Bhaskaraya Vidamahe
Bhaskaraya vidmahe
Mahadutyakaraya dhimahi
Mahadutyakaraya dhimahi
Tanme Aditya Prachodayat
Tanno Aditya Prachodayat.
O Bhaskaraya Vidamahe Mahadutyakaraya dhimahi Tanno Aditya Prachodayat. When you do this with the sun and the Dhanvantari Shloka, it gives you great powers of healing. It is said, early morning sun, that is why our sages and saints in thousands of years ago, they will get up 4 o'clock in the morning, they'll put oil on their skin, then they'll go and walk. When they come back, they'll have their bath. Then they will go and wait for the sun before it comes up out of the horizon. You understand what I'm saying? You can see when the sky start to get that, the colors of the sun coming up, and then you see the rim of the sun comes up. When you bathe in that sunlight, it gives you great, great powers of healing. I'm not talking about vitamin D here. I'm talking about other nutrients that you get from the sun. The sun is so powerful that it's only 1% of the sun's energy we use. 1% of the sun's energy we use. It is there for us to harness. So that, together with our shloka to Lord Dhanvantari, Om Dhanvantari shloka, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Dhanvantare
Dhanvantaraye
Amrita Kalasha Hastaya
Amrita Kalasha Hastaya
Sarvamaya Vinashaya
Sarvamaya Vinashaya
Trailokya Nathaya
Trailokya Nathaya
Sri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Shri Mahavishnave Namo Namaha.
Especially for those of us who have predisposing health problems due to genetic considerations. There are many of us who have diseases because of our genes. If you know that, you can arrest that by doing the shloka here. I'm not saying so. This is what the Vedas have said. This is what the scriptures have said. This is what the saints and sages have said. And if you can get a picture of Dhanvantari, you can see the kalash he has in his hand, and that kalash has the Amrit for all of us to take part of. So these are two things I want to talk to you about, the worship of the sun together with Lord Dhanvantari, and that was a day yesterday. Although it was a day yesterday, it's a day that we can use today for ourselves. So now comes the time to talk about Diwali. Diwali is a special time. Bharat was waiting for Lord Sri Ram. And so in Ramcharitmanas, beautiful Chopai.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Maltit Pavan Sita Ram.
Rahe wo ek din yavadiya dada. Samujata mana dukha bhaya wo apara.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Patit Pavan Sita Ram.
Karan kawana natalayayo. Jani ko tela kidaw mohi bisarayo.
Oh Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Patit Pavan Sita Ram.
Mangala bhavana amangala hari. Jabavo sudasarata yajara bihari.
Oh Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Patit Pavan Sita
So
Ram.
it was one day before the Lord should have arrived, and Bharat had said, at the end of 14 years, if you do not come, I'll give my life up. So Bharat was saying, Karana kavan Natanayayo. Why has the Lord not come? Jane ko tilake daumo ibisadayo. Because he thought I'm wicked. And that is why he would not come. Bharat is not blaming anyone. He's not blaming his mother. He's not blaming Lakshman. He's not blaming Sita. No one. Who is blaming? He's blaming himself. This is what we have to learn from Deepavali. And then what he got down to say? Dhanya Lakshmana Badabhagi Rama Padara Anuragi
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Patit Pavan Sita Ram.
Oh, Kapate Kotela Boy Prabhu Chira Tate na Sanga nahi lina
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Patit Pavan Sita Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Patit Pavan Sita
So
Ram.
the day before Lord Sri Ram is due to return, Bharat is saying, Dhanya Lakshmana Badabhagi, that Lakshman is so lucky. Rama Padara Bindu Anuragi. He is so lucky to be devoted to the lotus feet of Sri Ram. I am so unlucky. He did not blame Lakshman. What he said? Kapati Kutila Mohi Prabhu Chinha. The Lord thought that I am filled with guile. Like how my mother was filled with guile, he thought I am filled with guile. And because of this, he is not coming back. Diwali, you know, when Lord Krishna returned back from any one of his conquests, Krishna, I'm talking about, Lord Krishna. When he came back from any one of his conquests, what the gopis will do, with the earthen pots, you know, the diya, they make it out of clay, they'll put a wick in it, because there's no electricity there, they light it, and they'll put it in all their little homes to welcome the Lord when he's coming back. Because the lights represent celebration. And the celebration of what? Is the victory over the lower nature in man. Diwali is not for us to portray it externally. It's for us to develop ourselves inwardly. Look, every man, greed comes to them sometimes, lust comes to them, anger comes to them, hate comes to them. What are these? These are the lower nature of man. A cultured man is a man who has power over his lower nature and can control these vices when they come to him. Not that he don't get it, he gets it. All these vices come to sadhus, to sages. You have heard stories where sages, their whole tapasya became destroyed because of lust and greed, etc., came into their hearts. Diwali means we must pull up ourselves from the lower nature and rise to a higher level and light that light within us. So when that light is lit with us, you know what is light? Light is knowledge. It's not only that you must have buddhi. What buddhi means? What buddhi means? Intellect. Not only you must have buddhi in Diwali, I hope you remember this. Not only you must have buddhi in Diwali, you must have shuddhi. What shuddhi means? Cleansing. And when you pray to the Divine Mother, you pray and you ask that, oh Mother, let my buddhi, let my intellect be clean, so when I am tempted by the lower self, I must pull myself up from the lower self and become bright in my heart. So Diwali is a day we fast usually, a Diwali day. We do Havan to Mother Lakshmi, and when we pray to Mother Lakshmi, what do? You ask that she must not leave your home. When you do Lakshmi Puja, the Pandit, if he knows what his business, he will not do what is called Visarjan, because he asks Lakshmi to stay with you. What we say? Lakshmi karotu kalyana arogyam sukha sampada
Shatru buddhi vinashaya
Deepa
Jyoti
Namostute. When I was a little child growing up, there was no electricity in my home. We used to light the lamp. My Aji used to tell me, you have to read when you light the lamp, bow to the lamp. So simple, but so much of bhavana our people had. So much of emotion they had. They invoked Mother Lakshmi as they light the lamp in their homes. Today, sometimes when you put on the electricity, you must also remember, bow to, it is Lakshmi there. Bow to him. And when these thoughts come to us, these difficult things come to us of trying to pull us down into the lower nature, or someone is tempting you, or someone is telling you, oh, you should not take this, you should do this, you should not take this from this person, you should object to it, you should, people prod you not to do good things. People prod you to do wrong things. What you do? You smile, you swallow, good, you swallow, you smile, and what you do? Inwardly, you laugh at them because you say, you know what, I am going to pull up myself. I am not going to get down to the lower self. This is what is Diwali. Diwali is not only you buy sari, buy gifts, buy sweets, fine, no problem. That is a very small percentage of your Diwali celebration. Your Diwali celebration is for you to bathe yourself, go in front of your altar and talk to your God and tell, Lord, today is Diwali. When Lord Rama come back from the jungle, that's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. What the relevance is, Diwali is celebrated not when Lord Rama returned back from Ayodhya. Diwali is celebrated when Mahalakshmi came out of the ocean. When the churning of the ocean took place and Mahalakshmi came out, that's the day we celebrate Diwali. Diwali is always on Amavasya. Amavasya is the darkest night, and there's a time, we say that there's a time for you to gamble. Isn't that true? Gamble and do all these sort of things. Those are not things we do on Diwali day. Who want to gamble can gamble, but we must try to pull ourselves so that people can say, you know what, you are a cultured person. A cultured person, you would not see him getting involved in fights and arguing about things that are totally irrelevant from spirituality. A cultured person is always there to see how he can do good for someone else. For example, this morning, Satar Gafur called me from Guyana, and he said, how come we opened up Parika and we did not tell him? Is this place we're using? So I said to him, I called you 2 days now, but you didn't bother to answer me. But what I'm trying to say to you is a day that we should do good. And all who have contributed to the dialysis program today, not today, what I'm saying, today in Parika, people who used to come from Essequibo to Annandale, for those who are from Guyana, they will know the distance it takes to get from Essequibo to Annandale. Today they don't have to do that. They just go to Parika, and in Parika they are dialyzed. And you know what? The government give them $6,000, and we ask only for $4,000 more, because it's a far way we have to travel to get things done, etc., etc. So anyhow, in Parika, dialysis is provided for those who would like to come. And this is because of what you all have done, either by taking part in the marathon or giving, which you all have been giving for the last 11 years to the dialysis program. This is what Diwali is. Diwali is to try to alleviate the suffering from someone else. I'm telling you that today to let you know that you are all part of this. All of you are part of this. All of you here are part of it. Whether you give a penny, or you give 1,000, or you give 10,000, you are all part of it. And had it not been for you, these things could not have been possible. So we would like to give the people from this temple a big tap on their back for the effort that they have put forward so that they can make Diwali. Can you believe what a beautiful time Diwali would be for them? That they don't have to travel that far distance to go? So there you are. This is what Diwali is about. So not only must we have buddhi, but please remember this. Not only you must have buddhi, but buddhi must come with shuddhi. And how we did that? There are 8 forms of Mahalakshmi. And we are going to start at Puja this afternoon. Ashtalakshmi Puja. There are 8 forms of Mahalakshmi, and the first form is called Adi Lakshmi. You see it up there? Yeah. Adi Lakshmi, and you see what it represents? It is the first Lakshmi. Then is Dhana Lakshmi, or Aishwarya Lakshmi, which when you pray for Dhan, as you can see. Dhanya, you ask for food and grains. Gaja Lakshmi, Gaja means elephant. You ask for animals to till your fields. Remember, this was done thousands of years ago when people used to have bullocks in their fields, etc. Then Santana Lakshmi, you ask for progeny. Veera Lakshmi, you ask for the Divine Mother must give you energy, give you courage, give you valor. Vidya Lakshmi, goddess of knowledge. Vijaya Lakshmi, goddess of victory. This is Ashta Lakshmi, 8 aspects of Lakshmi. And we are going to do that puja on them, but I would like to leave with you all one shloka. There are 8 shlokas, but I would like to leave one shloka with you, which I know you would not remember, and which I know you would not pay attention to. But it was my job, because you all pay me for this today, so I have to do my job, right? Otherwise I won't get any pay. Am I not right? So, read with me. Subarasa Valdita Sundari Madhavi Chandra Sahodari Hemamaye Munigada Bandita
मुनिगणवन्दित
मोक्षपदायने
मोक्षप्रदायिने
मञ्जुलभाषिणे
मञ्जुलभाषिणी
वेदनुते
वेदनुते
पङ्कजवासिने
पङ्कजवासिनी
देवसुपूजित
देवसुपूजित
सद्गुणवर्षिणे
सद्गुणवर्षे
शान्तियुते
शान्तियुते
जय जय हे
जय जय हे
मधुसूदन कामिनी
मधुसूदन कामिनी
आदिलक्ष्मी
आदिलक्ष्मी
परिपालय मम
परिपालय माम
सुमन सुवल्लि सुगन्धरि माधवि चन्द्र सहोदरि हेममये मुनिगणवन्दित मोक्षप्रदायनि मञ्जुलभाषिणि वेदनुते पङ्कजवासिनि देवसुपूजित सद्गुणवर्षिणि शान्तियुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि आदिलक्ष्मी परिपालय माम् आदिलक्ष्मी परिपालय माम्
आदिलक्ष्मी परिपालय
माम् सुमन सुवल्लित सुन्दरि माधवि चन्द्र सहोदरि हेममये
मुनिगणवन्दित मोक्षप्रदायिनि मञ्जुलभाषिणि वेदनुते पङ्कजवासिनि देवसुपूजित सद्गुणवर्षिणि जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनि आदिलक्ष्मी परिपालय माम्
आदिलक्ष्मी परिपालय माम्. So this is a part, first shloka of Ashtalakshmi Puja. So if you all can Google it or you know, I don't expect you to do it, but I thought I should let you all know these are parts of the worshipping of the divine. Tomorrow in your home, if you could read this shloka, the whole home will be blessed. The whole home will be blessed. The whole home will be purified either in the morning or the evening. Sumana suvaldita sullari madhavi chalda sahodar hemamaye munigana moksha pradayani manjula bhashini vedanute pankajavasini devasupujita sadguna varshini sharashilite jaya jaya he madhusudan kamini adilakshmi paripalaya mam adilakshmi paripalaya mam adilakshmi paripalaya mam. So with that we try and conquer our lower nature, and we ask that may that Prabhu comes in our heart, light up our heart. Utajaga busa pirapura bhaye amaray ragato suvatamo utajaga
मुसाफिर भोर भई अपने न कहा जो सोवत है
जो जागत है सो पावत है जो जागत है सो पावत है जो सोवत है
सोवत
दुख नींद से आंखें खोल जरा, दुख
नींद से आंखें खोल जरा
या प्रेत करन लगे। दुख नींद से आंखें खोल जरा और अपने ईश से ध्यान लगा। दुख करन लगे रीति नहीं प्रभु जागत है तू।
सोवत है उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई जब रैन कहाँ तू सोवत
जो कल करना सो आज कर ले, जो कल करना है
आज कर
और
ले
जो आज करना है
अब कर ले जो
जब चिड़िया ने चुग खेत लिया फिर पछताए क्या होवत है।
उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर भई अब रैन कहाँ जो सोवत है।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
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 ओ हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
सीता राम सीता राम बोलो।
सीता राम सीता राम।
ओ सीता राम सीता राम।
सीता राम सीता राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
हरे राम 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 सीता राम राम राम।
Remember, if you light a lamp, the quotation is on the board, hopefully. If you light a lamp for somebody, it will also brighten your path. Don't forget that. If you light a lamp for someone, it will brighten your path. Don't feel you're lighting the lamp for yourself alone, but you're lighting the lamp for everyone else. And, we must try to be like Narad. Narad was a real sant. And what the sant says? Santa Hriday Navanita Samana. Santa Hriday Navanita Samana. The heart of a saint is like butter. And when Narad saw that there were difficulties, Narad was a saint. Many people blame Narad wrongfully. There's a book called Narad Sutra, Narad Bhakti Sutra. You should look into that book sometimes. Narad Bhakti Sutra. Beautiful sayings are there. Beautiful aphorisms are there. And that Narad, when he saw there was so much difficulty in this world. What it says? Om keno paye rachaite shang dukhanasho bhavet dhruvam iti sanchintya manasa Vishnu lokam gatastada. Vishnu lokam, the place of heaven, gatastada, went who? Narad. Why? Dukha, he said, Kedopayana chaiteshang dukhanasho bhavet dhavam. He saw there were so much difficulties upon this earth that he decided to light that lamp, not for himself, but to light the lamp for others. He went to Lord Vishnu and asked Lord Vishnu, and when he went, Tat Narayanam Devam. This is all from Satyanarayana Katha, no? This is from Satyanarayana Katha. Tat Narayanam Devam Shuklavarnam Chaturbhujam Shankha Chakra Gada Padmam or Banamala Vibhushita. When he went, he saw the Lord in his Shankha Chakra Gada Padmam. The Lord asked, Narad, what are you doing here? The Narad said, there are so much difficulty upon the earth, O Lord. Martyaloka jana sarve nana klesha samanvitam nana yoni samutpanna pachante papa karmabhim. All this is Satyanarayana Katha. Beautiful. It's not just a story as such. It's beautiful, the first chapter. Beautiful. He said, Lord went and asked, he said, there's so much difficulty upon this earth. What should man do to get some peace from it? You cannot go into the shop and buy peace. You can't go into the shop and say, can I have 2 teaspoonfuls of peace or a bottle of peace? Peace comes from within.
It's on them.
Oh. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This is what Diwali is. Diwali is for us to find that peace within ourselves. Find that peace within ourselves. And when you find that peace within yourself, no one can disturb you. You would have pulled up yourself from your lower nature, pull it up. And what? Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Right, pharmacist? You got it, pharmacist? Okay. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. So many of us. Our ego gets the better of us. No, any person who says he's a saint and his ego is bigger than himself, he's not a saint. He hasn't reached there yet. He may be walking towards it, but he has not reached there yet. A saint is like, you know who? Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj from Rishikesh. He was a doctor. He was practicing in Malaysia, qualified in India, practicing in Malaysia, could not see any joy in his life. So his name was Kupu Swami. He went back to his homeland, Madras, and he went to Banaras with just enough money to take him to Banaras. And he said, I want to see, without money, where will I go? And he went to Banaras, and he begged like a sadhu in the streets of Banaras. Then he got enough money, and he went to Rishikesh. At that time in Rishikesh, when he went, this I'm telling about the 40s, the 30s and 40s. When he went there were lions and everything walking around there, tigers, and so walking around there in Rishikesh. He cut it, and he made a little kutia. And whenever people pray, the reason why I'm talking to you is that whenever people praised him, he will go home and take his shoes and will hit his head with it and say, You idiot. You absorbed that praise because at that time he felt a joy when they praised him. He went home and he accosted himself. And this is what, I know we can't reach that stage, but at least we should try. We come to the temple, we should try. We should try to see how we can reach there. So we would be like Bharat, and will have no animosity. What Bharat said in Ramcharitmanas?
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Jawa karare sabu jaya prabhu more dayane stara kalapa sadakore.
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Jana avaguna prabhu mananakao dina bando ate bedola subhao dina bando ate bedola subhao dina bando ate bedola subhao.
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram. Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Sita Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram.
Sita Ram Jai Jai Siya Ram.
Sita Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Sita Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Sita Ram.
यदि प्रभु मेरी करनी पर ध्यान दे तो 100 करोड़ कल्पों तक भी मेरा निस्तार नहीं हो सकता. It's as if the Lord were to consider my doings. Bharata say, for eons he will not forgive me. Jara avagoda Prabhu mana na kavo. But परंतु प्रभु सेवकों के अवगुण कभी नहीं देखते हैं. हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित न धरो.
हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित न धरो. समदर्शी है नाम तिहारो.
चाहे तो पार करो. हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित न धरो.
हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित न धरो.
सबदर्शी के नाम तुम्हारे. सबदर्शी को नाम तुम्हारे. चाहे तो पार करो.
हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित न धरो. हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित न धरो.
परंतु प्रभु सेवकों के अवगुण कभी नहीं देखते. वे दीन बंधु है और उनका स्वभाव अत्यंत कोमल है. What? He is most tender-hearted, and he does not look at the faults of his devotees once they come back to him. That is why Hanumanji was asking Ravana, go and take Mother Sita back to Sri Ram, and he will forgive you all your sins. but he would not do that. He Prabhu Anand Data.
ज्ञान हमको दीजिए प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए शीघ्र सारी दुर्गुणों को दूर हमसे कीजिए हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए राम हे राम राम हे राम राम हे लीजिए हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने लीजिए हमको शरण में हम सदाचारी बने ब्रह्मचारी
Dharmarakshak
हे प्रभु आनंद दाता ज्ञान हमको दीजिए
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh, dear. Bharat continued to say, More jiya bharosa de rasoi milahi ram saguna shobha hoye
राम सिया राम जय जय राम पतित पावन सीताराम
दृढ़ विश्वास है कि श्री रामचंद्र जी अवश्य मिलेगा, क्योंकि मुझे बड़े शुभ शकुन हो रहा है. Bharat is saying, I am sure I will see my Lord because I am getting very good signs. और किंतु अवधि बीत जाने पर यदि मेरे प्राण रह गए तो जगत में मेरे समान अधम कौन होगा. And the term expire and he does not come and this life is still in this body, I will be the most wretched person. राम बिरह सागर महो भरत मगन मन हो, विप्रो पधरि पवन सुत आए गए विपुल. बैठी देखी कुशासना जटा मुकुट कृषक, राम राम रघुपति जपता श्रवण नयन जल जात, श्रवण नयन जल जात. So while he was despairing like this, who came to his rescue?
Hanumanji.
Hanumanji. When Hanumanji saw him, is that the first time Hanumanji is meeting with him? Is that the first time Hanumanji? Is that the first time Hanumanji is meeting with him?
With Bharatji, yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yes. Very nice. You all are great listeners. Okar, is that the first time Hanumanji is meeting with him? When he met with him? When did he meet with him then? You forgot. I don't want to say. Vishnu? All you guys are Brahmins, you're supposed to know this thing. He met him when he was coming with a mountain. With a Sanjeevani booty to go to for Lakshmanji. Bharat saw him in the air thinking that he was one of the Rakshas going to fight with Sri Ram and shot him down. And when he shot him down, what he was saying, Ram, Ram, Ram. No? You all don't remember that? No?
Now we do.
No, no?
Now we do.
Now you remember? You all have amyloid in your brains. So now I'll talk about Alzheimer's disease and amyloidosis. How does Alzheimer's disease progress? Before we start, just to recap, you might want to know why I'm saying this thing about Alzheimer's, because you will see by 2050, they say, over 20 million Americans will be affected by Alzheimer's disease. So I just want to tell you remind you about Alzheimer's, how it happens, where there's amyloid storage. Amyloid is necessary for your brain, and something called tau, T-A-U, is also necessary for your brain. But when you get amyloidosis of the brain, when extra amyloid comes, it prevents the nerve cell from conducting one to the other, and it usually affects the parietal lobe of the brain, which is responsible for memory. You all got it? You all remember this? The tau is the one that go in the nerve cell, the amyloids go outside the nerve cell. And I told you all last week, I gave you 10 ways how to prevent this from happening. Exercise, try to do crossword puzzles, all these sort of things. Drink olive oil, because the brain loves what? Ketones. The brain loves ketones. It doesn't need sugar, but if it doesn't have sugar, the brain works better with ketones. And how you get ketones? You get ketones not from the shop. There are pills that you can buy and drink it. but you should get your own ketones, and you get your own ketones by doing what? Pharmacists? How you get your own ketones? Fasting. By fasting and exercise. Fasting together with exercise. Yesterday I walked 5 kilometers yesterday. So I'm telling you that because I didn't do it for 2 days because it was cold, yesterday was good, I walked 5 kilometers. It was not easy for me, but I did it. We should try to exercise, try to fast, try not to eat too much sugar. I'm reminding you again, one thing I would like to add for you today, which I never talked about, is something called lemon. Lemon in hot water. Lemon in hot water. Do not peel the skin of the lemon. The skin of the lemon has the most nutritious part of the lemon. Please do not peel the skin of the lemon. Cut the lemon. You can grind the skin with the lemon. That's the best thing for you. All the nutrients are in the skin of the lemon. And you know what lemon does? Lemon not only, it's one of these things called flavonoids. You know, I don't want to go too deep here. There are something called free radicals. Have you all heard about free radicals? Yeah. Like metals like iron and copper and so forth. These flavonoids bind with them. And that's why antioxidants, like what you get in blueberries and so forth, is very good for you. But lemon in warm water is extremely good for you. Something you should practice. If you don't do it every day, do it someday. Have some warm water, put some lemon in it, and drink it. It's very good. It's good for your digestion. It's good for sore throats. It's good for flu. Now is a time when there's a lot of flu coming around. So Alzheimer's, remember, the amyloid deposit and the tau, the 2 things I talked about. I want to remind you again, try to get your fats in. Cheese, olive oil, all these things are good fat-producing nuts, grains, etc. Yeah. Also, they said nuts and grains are not good also for some people. They talk about the leaky gut syndrome. Nuts is involved in that. If you listen to these talks, you don't eat anything, which is the best thing for us. The best meal is an empty plate. But not today because the pharmacist is cooking, so you almost eat. So the progression of Alzheimer's disease, other cognitive functions that are affected, as I said, language involved, the involvement of the left frontal lobe, planning and judgment, when the frontal lobes are affected. You see, when Alzheimer's come to you, it don't come one time and you forget everything. It goes in degrees, it goes in space. It takes about 11 years before Alzheimer's will come to a stage which I will show you. About 11 years, if you do not stop it. But they just got a new drug for the arrest of Alzheimer's. It has not been approved. Don't go that yet. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. There's a new drug for Alzheimer's, which is not yet approved by FDA. FDA is the Federal Drug Administration. And it will help, let's say, 27% of people from progressing. It is called, do you have the drug on there? I did, but it is ADUHELM. ADUHELM for those who are interested. And it is a short name for ADUCANUMAB. So this is the drug that they're talking about now. The drugs that they use now for Alzheimer's is something called memetine and dozanopil and so forth. But this drug, ADUHELM, is a drug which is now being, if you go on CNN, it was given by, what's the guy's name? Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah.
So when Alzheimer's is progressing, the first stage of it, you'll forget your keys. I know all of you forget your keys. So that doesn't mean you got Alzheimer's. Maybe you're getting the first stage of Alzheimer's. But you forget your keys, But when you start to forget your keys all the time, then something is wrong. Do you forget your keys all the time?
Most of the time.
Oh, well, watch it. Okay, so you can drive still. You still have, this is the very first stage of Alzheimer's. You can drive, you can go to park, and everything. But later on, see the third part? Visual spatial abilities, where the parietal lobes are damaged by the amyloid, etc., is damaged by it, then you have difficulty parking, difficulty driving. And then perhaps skip that picture, then go to this. Skip the next one, next slide. Although exceptions exist, the entire process, from the first notable signs of poor memory to complete dependence, can often last more than a decade. Got it? So when you see people who are early, try to get them to exercise, try to get them fats to eat, try to let them do crossword puzzles, try them to social interaction. That's what it is. It arrests the Alzheimer's, or it prevents it from going too fast. Next one, Prabhat, the next slide. That's it? Oh, and then you come to this stage where you have the inability to walk, and they usually die because they have inability to swallow, and they just give up. So so Alzheimer's is a very, very difficult thing. Can you imagine you can't read anymore, and if someone read to you, you still can't understand. You don't have any spatial orientation anymore. It's something that we should really pay attention to, because not only old people get Alzheimer's, we all here know young people who have got Alzheimer's and have died from it. We all here know that. So without mentioning name, we all know that. So not only, and Alzheimer's can be hereditary. Alzheimer's can be hereditary. If you have it in the family, then you must try to observe how you can prevent this from happening to you. This is all I will talk about Alzheimer's today. At 11, we are going to go to Gita. Gita, let's have one bhajan, then we go to Gita. Tej, one small dhun. Tej.
Jai Jai Lakshmi Mata. हे अंधन की महारानी हो जय लक्ष्मी रानी हे अंधन की महारानी हो जय लक्ष्मी रानी हो तुझे घर घर पूजे प्राणी हो जय लक्ष्मी रानी हो तुझे घर घर पूजे प्राणी ओ जय लक्ष्मी
Gita Mahatma. O Partaya Pratibodhita Bhagavata
Narayanena Swayam
Vyasena Gatitad Purana Mudira
Bharati Mahabharatam
Advaita Vitavarshini Bhagavate
Ashtadashadyayini
Ambatva Madhusaldada Bhagavat
Gite Bhavadvishini
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe
Pullarvindayatapatra netra
Yeda Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna
Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipa
Prapalla Parijataya
Trutra Vetraikapane
Jnana Buddhaya Krishnaya
Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha
Sarvopadishado Gavo
Dugdha Gopala Nandana
Parto Vatsa Sudhe Bhokta
Dugdham Gita Amrutam Mahata
Vasudeva Sutam Devam
Kamsa Chanura Mardanam
Devaki Paramanandam
Krishnam Vande Jagadguru
Bhishmadura Tata Jayadata Jala
Gandharani Lotpala
Salyagravati Kripena Mahade
Karnena Velakula
Ashwattama Vikarna Ghora Makara
Duryodhana Vartini
Jyotirna Kalupada Vairanadir
Kaivataka Keshava
Parasarya Vachasaroja Babalam
Gītātha Gandhotkatam
Nana Kyadaka Kesaram Harikatha
Sambodhana Bodhitam
Loke Sajjana Shatpadaira Haraha
Pipiyamanam Muda
Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalibala
Pradvamsiyam Shreyase
Mukam Karoti Vachalam
Bhangum Langayate Girim
Yat Kripatamaham Valde
Paramananda Madhavam
Yang Brahma Varane Narudha Maruta
Stunvanti Divye Savai
Vedai Saga Padakramo Parashidair
Gayantiyam Savaka
Yanag Vastida Tadagate Namanasam
Pashyantiyam Yogino
Yasyal Tavnavido Sura Suragaram
Devaya Tasmai Namah
Chapter 4, verse 14. Namam karmani limpante
Namam Karmani Limpante
Name karma phale spriha
Name Karma Phale Sriha
Iti mam yo abhijanate
Iti Mam
Janati
Karma bhirna sabhadyate
Karma bhirna sabadhyate
Namam karmani limpante Name karma phale spriha Iti mam yo abhijanate Karma bhirna sabhadyate Sabhadyate becomes entangled. Entangled in what? Namam karmani limpanti. Limpanti means affects. Do not let the works, whatever work we do, affect us in such a way that make karma phalang spriha. Spriha means aspiration. That we aspire for the results of the action. We want let people say, oh yes, you have done this thing, you have done the other thing. No, whatever work Bhagavan Krishna is saying, in this period of Diwali, if you have to do anything for anyone, if you have to give someone food, if you have to give someone shelter, if you have to give someone whatever you want to give them, please do not look for them to tell you what a great man you are, or what a great person you are. We all look for it, isn't it? And you know what? The ego is telling us, I gave him so much thing, yet he passed me like grass. That's saying a word to me. Is that true? We all say that? Yeah. Because what? We want to hear them to say what a great man you are, or woman. Right, Kumar? You can't say great man alone because you can't say woman, right? Man or woman. So, we have to do things in this period of Diwali where we can alleviate the sufferings from others without an expectation. This is Diwali. Where we can bring up the lower nature to that higher self and try to be a cultured individual where we can control anger, greed, lust, hate, all these things. Not that it would not come in us, it will come. But what we must do, we must try to be at the helm of it and control it. If we can do this in Diwali, it will be a beautiful season for us. Diwali does not mean only we must light up lights, etc. Let us light up the light. Where? Within us. People come to the temple. They come to the temple. All of us. Me included, all of us. Yet we harbor so much for hate. We harbor so much of anger for silly little things. You'd be surprised. Silly little things. You know what caused the Mahabharata war? Okar, what caused the Mahabharata war? Nobody ever asked a question when you go to the temple, right? Oh, right. All right, boy. Okay, Vishnu, you've been here. I'll ask how Okar is a first timer. What is it, Vishnu? What caused the Mahabharata war? What was the sole reason for the Mahabharata war? Huh? Which book you read? All right. What is the cause of the Mahabharata war? What? What? Yep, Draupadi. When Duryodhan came to the palace of Yudhishthir, he thought was glass he was walking on, it was water. He fell in the water. Draupadi was in the upper flat, looked over, and says, a blind man's son, what do you expect? He will be blind. And he says, I will make you sit on my lap. Duryodhan. So that is why Duryodhan, when he asked him, why are you doing this? He says, I know what I'm doing is not right, but I can't help myself. I can only do what is wrong. I know it is not right. I know it is not right. But what? I can't help myself. So that's why we do Hanuman Chalisa.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो श्री हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो श्री हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान हो सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
Jai Guru Chara Saroja Raja.
निजवन मुकुर सुधार
Balarao Raghavana Bimala Jaso.
जो नायक बलचार
Goje Natanu Janike.
सुमिरो पवन कुमार
Balamuni Vidya Dehu Mohe.
करो कलेश विकार हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी ओ हमारे राम जी को दीक्षित केशा
हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे
कांधे मूंज जटे साजे
शंकर सुवन केशरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन
हमारे राम जी को
राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
विद्यावान गुणी अति जातुर
राम काज करिबे को आतुर
प्रभु चरण सिर को रसिया
राम लखन सीता मन बसिया
सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा
विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा
भीम रूप धरि असुर सवारे
रामचंद्र जी काज सवारे
लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए
श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए
रघुपति कीरे बहुत बड़ाए
तुम मम प्रिय भरत सम भाई
सासवरन तुम रोज सगावे अस कैसी पति कंठ लगावे
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
संकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा
नारद शारद सहित अहिसा
जब कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते
कवि कोविद कई सके कहाते
तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीरा
राम मिलाए राजपद दीना
तुमरो बंद विभीषण माता
लंकेश्वर पै सब जग जाना
युग सहस्र योजन पर भातो
लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानो
प्रभु मोदिका मेरे मुख माहे जल दिलांग गए अचरज राये हनुमान जी हनुमान जी हनुमान जी
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते
सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे देते
राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे
होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे
सब सुकल है तुम्हारी शरणा
तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना
आपन तेज सवारो आप
तीनों लोक हांकते कापे
भूत प्रशासन कत रही आवे
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे
नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
मन तम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा
जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे
सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे
चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा
हे प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता
असबर दीन जानकी माता
राम रसायन तुमरे पासा
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा
तुमरे भजन राम को पावे
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे
अंतकाल रघुवर पुर जाए
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई
और देवता चेतन धरई हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करी हनुमान जी हनुमान जी हनुमान जी
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
संकट कटाए मिटाई सब पीरा
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलवीरा
जय 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 हनुमान ज्ञान गोसाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जो शतबार पाठ कर कोई
छूटे ही बंदी महासुख होई
जो यह पढ़े हर बार चालीसा
होई सिद्धि साखी गौरी साथ
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महदेरा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
बोलो
ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
पवन तनय संकट सरल मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसौ सुरभूम सीता
राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान
बोलो
सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय. We go into meditation. To all those people who are celebrating their various birthdays. Yesterday, I think Vishnu celebrated his birthday. Leela was yesterday too? Today. Leela is today. Is she here?
Yep.
Okay. And tomorrow is whose birthday? The big boy. But it's Boj's birthday tomorrow. And Mandodari. Is Mandodari here? She braced up on a post? Because she usually braces on a post. Where she brace it on? On a chair? Oh. Let's do meditation for everybody, those who are celebrating their birthdays today, or those who are not, etc., etc. Prabhu Ji. दया करो
दया करो
मन में आर बसो Talk to God in your own way. Come and stay in my heart, my Prabhu. Daya karo, tum bina lage suna.
तुम बिना लागे सुना
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो
खाली घट में प्रेम भरो
Let it tune and the violin take us far away, far, far away. तंत्र पूजा नहीं जानू तंत्र
मंत्र
पूजा नहीं जानू
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानूं,
मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानूं।
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको,
सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको।
अब तो आकर बहादुरो,
अब तो आकर बाहर धरो।
Two pranayams, and then you go to silence pranayam.
त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनात् मृत्योन्मुक्षीयमामृतात्।
Asato ma satgamaya, tamso ma jyotirgamaya.
असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय।
Mrityormaya mritam gamaya.
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति, ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ,
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ,
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ।
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ।
धरा से पीर मिटाओ,
अमृत रस बरसाओ। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति, ॐ शान्ति
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति 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 हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम. Rub your hands together, put it over your face, ask all that energy to come within you and bless you and keep you happy, etc. Today's Priti Bhoj is sponsored by Vishnu Dayal and family in loving memory of his beloved parents, Shriman Bishambar and Srimati Hardai Dayal. We know Bishambar Dayal very well. Is Vishnu here? Vishnu, please come. So we'd like to give Vishnu a small token from the temple and hope that he will wear it. Today is also Leela. Yesterday was Vishnu's birthday. Today is Leela's birthday. Leela? Leela, you're here?
Yeah, she's coming.
Bara bara.
बार बार दिन ये आए बार बार दिन ये आए जियो हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Vishnu, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Leela, happy birthday to you.
Leela prepares very good food for me, so I have to take care of her. Shaba is not here, but yeah. Oh, yeah. For the, that's the Lakshmi? Okay, just. So tomorrow is Diwali, and we are going to do, I don't know if people can see it. You know, you can just pass it around, let them see. This has the Lakshmi. Can you focus on it? No, I suppose not. You gotta get a camera to do that. There's 8 forms of Lakshmi, plus, if we put it here, give it to me here, give it to me. Oh, my God, it's heavy. Wow. Can you see? Can you all see it?
Yes.
And you can see that pyramid light? Yeah. That pyramid is 3 yantra. Wow. So tomorrow, everybody can come and do puja on this Lakshmi puja. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, you come, do a little puja, put little flowers, the mantras will be said, and you get the blessing of Lakshmi. 8 forms which I explained this morning. Those who were here this morning, they will know the 8 forms. Those who were not here, then if you're interested, you can look at YouTube or you can Google it yourself. It's available. It's Lakshmi. We are going to sell this after the puja. On Diwali day, we are going to sell this. It's a beautiful piece, all bronze. Pastor should just pass. Don't look at, don't just pass, show them, just in the color. Slowly. No, don't want money, no money. Just see what it looks like. See what it looks like. Sure, you see. Okay, so tomorrow morning, 7:30 we start. 7:30? Wow, these mornings are comes are very late. Oh, you sure anybody can be here besides you and I? Okay, 7:30. When I asked Priti Bhoj how many people were there, he said about 25. 5 plus the devotees. I said, okay. All right, okay. So tomorrow it'll be 22. The 20 devotees and you and I. All right. So tomorrow morning, 7:30 we started. We start with Ganesh Puja. Then Vishnu Narayan, Lakshmi, we will bathe. Then we'll do Havan. Then we'll do, Then we'll do Linga Puja. After that, about 9 o'clock, we'll do Balaji Puja, which is Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi. So tomorrow morning, if you have a chance, at 9:30, but if you're working, then that's a different story. But in the evening, you can come and take part in doing the Lakshmi Puja all day, morning, and also in the evening. Annakut is tomorrow and Wednesday, both days. Tuesday, sorry. I mean tomorrow, the next day after Diwali. Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, some people are not doing Annakut because Tuesday is supposed to be a solar eclipse. And that is, I think this was projected, but so we'll do both days. Right, Pariboj? Tuesday and Wednesday. Next. Jalam on Sunday. Next Sunday. That's it? So we had a race, a marathon last week, and here's a shot of the marathon. And the marathon has raised, Roy, how much have we raised so far? We have raised over $170,000 for the marathon. So here's a run for dialysis. There's me. That's Roy's daughter. Very good. Excellent. So, Roy, we would like to come, Roy. The seed for this was planted by his daughter, and then Roy took it up and ran with it. And Roy worked extremely hard. Come, let people see what he worked extremely hard to make this a success. It was a very tiring thing to contact people, all the logistics, etc., get people their receipts so hard. He worked extremely hard. I'd like to give a big round of applause for the hard work. Next year, hopefully, we'll make it bigger, and we'll make it bigger and better. So, who said better? You were not even there. But yet you know, but say better. Anyhow, all right. So there you are. Sri Radhe Govind.
Sri Radhe.
Sri Radhe Govind.
Sri Radhe.
Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe.
Oh Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Radhe Shri Radhe Jai
Jai Radhe. Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe.
Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bhaj Man Shri Radhe.
Vrindavan mein,
Radhe Radhe
Vrindavan mein,
Radhe Radhe
Nandgaon mein,
Radhe Radhe
Nandgaon mein,
Radhe Radhe
बरसाने में,
Radhe Radhe
बरसाने में,
Radhe Radhe
विष्णु मंदिर में,
Radhe Radhe
विष्णु मंदिर में,
Radhe Radhe
विष्णु मंदिर में,
Radhe Radhe
राधे राधे,
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 Radhe 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 Radhe
जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे. Shri Radhe Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Hey Anadhan ke Maharani,
हो जय लक्ष्मी रानी, तुझे घर घर पूजे रानी, हो जय लक्ष्मी रानी।
मंदिर तिहारा
चम चम करे, लाखों दियों की ज्योति जले, भक्तों का माँ भंडार भरे, हाथों से धन की वर्षा करे, हम पी हो मेहरबानी, हो जय लक्ष्मी रानी, अन्न धन की महारानी, हो जय लक्ष्मी
Few people ask me, why do we wear masks in the temple? Why should we wear masks when the government say you should wear a mask? You know what the government is thinking now? To mask everybody again.
Yeah.
Because COVID is on the rise.
Yep.
And you know, if you have not got COVID, you don't want it. And if you got it, you don't want it a second time. COVID is a bad thing. Bad. You can say you're young and you can get over it, but there are some young people who had some very bad results. There are some adolescents who have had bad results, and there are old people who have got worse results. I agree, it is better than before, but we must still be cautious. Let us be cautious, wear a mask. Arti.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे भजन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश, तन मन धन सब है तेरा।
स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा, तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ॐ त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। महाविष्णु जी लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी तिरुपति बालाजी भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का नाश हो, प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो, विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव शंभो शिव शिव शिव।
Yes, you don't have to run. We didn't run all the time. Because Prakash, huh? No, no, no. No, no. I was with him. It was a walk or walk. Yeah. I ran half the time and half the time I was worried about the time. Luckily Sonia was there. So she was so sure. In between I was running around.
It's only 2 minutes video, and at 1 minute it was stopped. I had only 1 more minute to show. And that all pictures are at the back, like both pictures, art picture forward at the back. At the end. So, you know.